She's a pro at digging holes with a post hole digger. So here you go, Comet Muffin. Come on, boss. What kind of ladies man are you? You made Comet Muffin dig that hole by hand? Can you put these letters on this mailbox for me? I think that'd be a good job for you since you're sitting in here on your butt in your bathrobe all day long. Oh, holy cows. This thing's a monster. Why'd you get such a big one? You out of your mind? Hi, this is Comet Troy from Harmony Ridge RV Park. It's been a while since I released a video, at least 2-3 months. I ended up taking some time off. I did the same thing last year. Took the summer off. It's just too darn hot here in Tennessee in the summer to be working outside, and I want to go up north and see family and friends, and making videos isn't really on the front of my mind. And well, I did make some videos this summer. I made some videos for the Harmony Ridge RV Park, from a marketing purpose. We have picnic tables now and fire pits, and we have a website with all kinds of videos. There's some drone videos out there, and been working on that this summer. So wanted to get back into things, and this is my first video in the fall here in August 2023, after not making videos for a while. And we are going to be installing a mailbox. How fun. It's been quite a struggle out here with addresses. 911, the county 911 department will assign you an address, and it takes quite a while for that address to get out into the systems. I think I put a request in at Google to have our address updated in Google. Google was taking us a mile from here because it didn't really know what our address was, so finally got that zeroed in. The post office didn't even have mail service out here, so no trucks or mail delivery vehicles even drove down this road, at least not at this end. So we've been talking to them for months and trying to figure out, not figure out, but asking them to extend their route. And, they had to dot their I's and cross their T's, and we finally got approval, not only my lot, but, all the lots in the subdivision to install mailboxes. So that's what we're going to do today, and we'll be able to get mail here on site. I'm pretty excited about that. So just want to do a quick shout out. We are open for business. You can go to harmonyridgerv.com, and we have our rates out there. We have videos of our website, or videos of our RV sites. We have a form that you can sign up and fill out a request or reservation request. We actually have a couple different ways that you can reserve a site here. We're connected in with HipCamp, so if you want to do the instant booking and have a HipCamp account, you can go that route, or you can send in the online form we have on our website. We'll get that, and then we'll assign you a site and collect payment from you. It's more of a manual process. We're just getting started. We're not a fancy dancy RV park with a big reservation system just yet, although I can see us coming up with that soon. But for now, we just wanted to just get some sort of a process going, and that's what we came up with. Keep checking the website. We'll keep updating the capabilities there and adding more on. We have some drone footage out there of the sites we do have. This here is one of my favorite sites that we've developed over the summer. We got a forestry mulcher for the excavator, and I got a little carried away here and went way down. Oh, I would say it's probably a good 150-200 yards down into the hollers, all the way down to the bottom. I actually had the excavator in the bottom of the holler, But you know, this site here, A7, has its own like hiking path. We do have a you know, a fire pit we made out of chert rocks, and we have picnic tables now. So it's starting to look like a real campground here. So go on out, check it out, make a reservation. Come on out here. Would love to meet you all. Sit around a campfire, maybe have a beer or two, tell some stories, some jokes. So let's get right into installing that post office, shall we? That mailbox, I should say. The post office is already installed. Let's get right to installing that mailbox at the road. All right, so here we are at the road where you install the mailbox. The first thing you do is you call 811, which is the digger's hotline, and you make an appointment for the local utilities to come out and spray paint where the utilities are, so you don't dig with them. Now, I've never called 811 before, so I wasn't really sure what to expect. But the way it works is you take white paint and you mark your proposed dig locations. And I wasn't really sure where to put my mailbox, so I actually painted three circles in white here on the ground. One there, one over here, and you know, one over there. And then 811, you know, sent a ticket over to the utility companies, and then they come out and they spray painted the blue and the yellow lines you see here. They're a little bit faded because it was done a week ago. And the color of the paint actually means things. So there's like, I think 8 different colors that they can use. I don't remember all of them, but you know, I'll put them up here on the screen, or you know, in the description down below for your reference. I did write them all down. I do remember some of them. Red paint is where underground electrical runs. I remember red as being danger. Blue is where water lines run, so there's water that runs through here. Yellow is gas lines, natural gas or oil. So we have a natural gas line that runs through here. And when you dig, you're supposed to stay 2 feet away from those. So my circles are, this one is probably a little bit closer than 2 feet. This one might be 18 inches. We're not going to use that one anyway. We're going to, I think we're going to do this one here, which is more like 2 feet. We're going to do it right in line with the utility pole. So, you know, for those that are OCD out there, we'll line up nice and all that. You know, the thing is this isn't a permanent decision either. You know, the mailbox can easily be moved to a new location if this doesn't work out. So, not a big deal. So we're gonna dig a hole here, and I also purchased a pre-made mailbox post. I looked up online, and the bottom of the mailbox, according to the US postal regulations, should be 41 to 45 inches from the ground. So I'm going to dig a fairly shallow hole, and you know, not much of this is going to be in the ground. And one of the things I'm going to do differently too is, in the past, for all the other posts I put here in the ground, I just put a hole and put the post in. For this one, I'm going to actually put some Quikrete around it to sturdy it up a little bit better. So that's kind of the process of what we're going to be doing today. So let's get started on that. All right, so we have this fancy post hole digger that Comet Muffin's going to use to dig this hole. She's a pro at digging holes with a post hole digger. So here you go, Comet Muffin. Well, you're making good progress there. Good thing it's pretty loose. Shouldn't take you too long.
Yeah, you might want to check back in a couple days.
All right.
By the way,
Yeah?
where's Rusty when you need him?
Who?
Rusty.
Rusty who?
Rusty Springs.
Oh, that's right. I
You can
wonder
have
if
this done in no time.
I wonder if Rusty can help us out with this. Rusty? Rusty? Where's Rusty? Oh, I think I see him.
You did?
Yeah, I think he's gonna do it. Come on, boss. What kind of ladies' man are you? You made Comet Muffin dig that hole by hand? Come on. Seriously? Oh my God, Rusty, you're right. I should not have had Comet Muffin dig that hole. That wasn't very manly of me. I guess I just got carried away thinking I had to hold the camera. Catch all the action. Comet Muffin in action. Rusty, I want you to come over here and dig a hole for me so Comet Muffin doesn't have to do it with this manual piece of equipment. Yeah, boss, I'm on it. First thing we gotta do is see how deep the hole has to be. So I got this tape measure here. Don't mind the sandals. It's too hot to be wearing boots today. So we want to be 45 inches down, and it's about 56 inches to the bottom of this. So we only need to go about a foot. This post isn't going to be very deep in the ground. So let me get the post hole digger out, the real one.
Man, I am so glad Rusty to the rescue. I would have been digging that hole for a week. One thing about Rusty, he's particular about things. Looks like he's going to attempt to dig another hole. Or sometimes I think Rusty just likes to play it. But it always works out. Looks pretty good there, Rusty.
Hey boss, how does the hole look? Is it deep enough now finally? Looks good, Rusty Springs. I'm impressed. You did a nice job with your hole. My pleasure, boss. It always makes me nervous, even though the things are marked out with paint, of digging around utilities. I hear it's real expensive if you hit something and you didn't call Digger's Hotline or 811. So even though it still always makes me nervous, because, you know, what if there's something that's not marked? Technically, you're supposed to call utilities that may not be on Digger's Hotline and have them come out. But I just knew that there was gas and electric here in the ground, so they came out and marked. I wasn't too worried about it, but, you know, it's always in the back of your head. What if? Thank you, Rusty. You did a good job. Seriously, folks, I just had Comet Muffin use the post hole digger just to demonstrate that this process can be done manually. We're lucky enough here to have a excavator and a post hole digger that makes it nice, but there are some times when, you know, you get into an area where you just can't use the heavy equipment and you have to use the manual stuff. So I just wanted to show some of the tools that we've used to dig post holes. I mean, you saw it in the video there just now where Comet Muffin was using this post hole digger. If you run into rocks or hard things that the post hole digger just can't get through, we use a thing. This is a 16-pound breakout bar. It's got a chisel end in the end of it, and we can use this to break rocks out in the bottom of the hole. And then once you break them up, you can use the post hole digger to go in there and scoop out the stuff at the bottom. You might be tempted to buy one of these, which I know from experience. I bought this first thinking that I could use it to to break up rocks and stuff, but it may work for shallow holes, but anything deeper than a couple inches is going to be really hard, and you're going to be really low to the ground and it's going to be awkward. So I'd recommend that you don't get one of these to break up rocks. So I've used this sometimes, but not very much. The 16-pound breakout bar works the best when you run into those hard rocks. So just wanted to just do a quick sidebar on that. All right, Rusty did a nice job here giving us a hole here for the mailbox. Comet Muffin and I went to storage, and we had 3 bags of Quikrete left here. Well, I guess it's Sakrete, same kind of thing. It hardened up a little bit in storage, but I think we can salvage it. It looks like it might have loosened up a little bit on the ride home. But we're gonna throw a little bit of the Sakrete in the bottom of the hole first, so it maybe keeps water from coming up into the bottom of the post. Then we're gonna set the post in and dump the rest of the Sakrete around the outside. I'm not sure if we'll need all 3 bags, but you know, I wanted to have at least enough here. I didn't want to have to run back to storage to get more. So that's the next thing here. And rather than Comet Muffin, do you wanna throw the concrete in there, or should I do it? I think I'll
give you the honors.
I think I'll take a hint here from Rusty, and maybe I'll let Comet Muffin record this next part. So let's get right to it. Now it's recording. All right, so I've set the mailbox post in the hole, and I'm measuring. We're about 37 inches off the ground. There's going to be, you know, a 2x6 on here yet, so that brings it up to 38.5 inches. And then I'm going to put a little bit of Sakrete in the bottom, and then pull the post up, and just have a couple inches of Sakrete underneath this. So I think we're at a pretty good height right here. So let's just dump a little bit of Sakrete in there. I'm going to use this half-open bag. It's a little hard. I think that should be enough. Throw our post in there. Now we're at about 41 inches. We can probably go up a little bit higher than that, but I'm gonna just dump the rest of this Sakrete in there first. That's already standing up. Probably should be wearing a mask for this, so don't do monkey see, monkey do. Again, this channel is just for entertainment purposes, so you need to take your own safety precautions. You know, steel toe boots, probably mask, some goggles. But I decided that I don't want to wear a hot mask right now for these 2 bags of Sakrete. But I will get away from the dust while it settles. Woo! So that is looking pretty good. I think maybe I'll use my boots and stomp it down a little bit. That probably wasn't such a good idea. Now I got chert in here mixed in. So I'm just gonna fill the rest of it up with Sakrete here. Now normally you would mix this up in like a tub and, you know, to the right consistency, and then pour it in there. I've heard, you know, a lot of guys, I mean, come on, this is just a mailbox post. It's not like we're building a bridge here. So we're just going to dump the Sakrete and dry, and then just dump a little bit of water over the top of it. Let it absorb some moisture from the ground, and, you know, I think we'll mark that good enough, and, you know, save a bunch of steps. So let's dump the rest of the Sakrete in there. Now we're going to use our trusty level to level this thing out. It's pretty darn good. Looks like we just need to come this way a little bit. Of course, this is too long. Well, I guess I can probably get some bite on there. So this has got to go, let's see which way, back a little bit. So that looks pretty good. That looks really good. So I think we're pretty much up and down, straight up and down.
Come back now. Down to 9%.
Mm-hmm.
It's at 9%.
Guess I should probably make sure it's kind of facing the road too. It can probably be rotated just a tad. Alright, now that all the Sakrete is in there, I was reading the directions, and it calls for 3.5 quarts per sack of concrete. Now we had 2 sacks and about 3/4 of a sack. So we have a 2-gallon bucket of water here that Comet Muffin is going to dump in there. It's less than what it calls for, but, you know, it's going to suck some moisture out of the ground, and it's going to rain and that. So Comet Muffin is just going to pour this, try to pour it close to the post so it gets there mostly. Not sure if this is the right way to do it, but this is how we're doing it. And then that will just soak into the concrete, and Sakrete will come out tomorrow, and it'll probably be hard enough for us to finish this project. So we'll see you tomorrow. Looks like it's already soaking in pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I imagine in the next 2 minutes you won't see water on the top of there. And then it will start making its cement. And we'll probably throw a level on it one more time, just to make sure that it's level. So it's looking pretty good so far. No, Comet Muffin's gonna give it a try. Looks pretty good that way. All right, so the water is pretty much already soaked in already. And we're just gonna not touch it anymore, Comet Muffin. And we'll try it, we'll see how it looks tomorrow. How does it look?
Good.
Okay.
Perfect. Perfect.
Excellent.
Perfect.
So we'll continue to do this project tomorrow. All right, it's the next day now. And yesterday we made the hole for the mailbox. We put the post in, put the Sakrete in there, Quikrete, whatever you want to call it. They're just different brands. Sakrete is a brand, Quikrete is a brand. So I'm going out right now to see how the hole looks today, 24 hours later. I also have a shovel here that I'm going to you know, fill in and kind of tidy up the ground area so we can mark the, you know, the dirt work as being complete. So let's see how we look over here. Well, the concrete still looks pretty wet. We did dump quite a bit of dirt in there, or quite a bit of water in there. I think I'm going to poke it a little bit with the shovel, see if it's hard at all. All right, well, it's pretty hard. Now, one of the things that you want to do with concrete is, you know, you want it to cover it up or have it retain some moisture. So I'm just going to put some dirt on top of it and just call it a day. I got a little bit of Sakrete here. Probably put in a hole. Could use the excavator for this. Where's Rusty? I'm joking, actually. Now we dumped a lot of Sakrete in there, so we got, you know, quite a bit of extra dirt here. So I'm just going to spread this out a little bit more. That looks pretty good. Alright, so here's our mailbox. Now I was actually in the selection committee to help pick mailboxes or mailbox style for our subdivision. And we ended up you know, picking a common style, you know, a square type of box. It's a security box where you got a key for the part that's underneath. And a lot of the private roads, you know, have several residents on them, so they're making a mailbox cluster at the entrance to that private road into the subdivision for 10, 12, 20 mailboxes, and we wanted them all to look the same, so it looked nice. And I really wanted to use that same mailbox here, you know, for Harmony Ridge. And I actually bought one and brought it home, and you know, I think that mailbox that we selected is more for residential use. And you know, since we're an RV park here, I wanted to, you know, get a jumbo mailbox. So I ended up taking that one back and getting a jumbo mailbox here. And oh my God, this thing is huge. It might look kind of funny on that post out there. maybe. And the thing with the mailbox is they have you know, an edge all the way around the outside, so you actually have to, you know, make a wood platform, you know, to put the mailbox on. So I actually have this it's a 2x6 that I'm going to cut 2 pieces and go across here, and then use these mounting holes on the side to secure the box to the boards. So that's what we're going to do. So wow, that is a big mailbox. Maybe we should go see what it looks like on top of that post before we start making all the apparatus for it. I don't know. Well, what do you think? I guess it'll look all right, huh?
Oh yeah. Yep.
And then one of the things I want to do is I want to have enough room here to put Harmony Ridge on there, and then 2850 McGee. So I think we have you know, plenty of space to use some pretty large letters for that. So yeah, this should work. Let's go make the platform for it. All right, so we're just gonna cut a couple pieces of lumber here to go underneath the mailbox. The mailbox cavity is about 11 inches. We're gonna subtract a 1/4 inch off of that to give us some wiggle room, so we don't have to be precise. So we're gonna cut it at 10 3/4. So we're going to come in here and just draw a line across there. And believe it or not, these are actually safety goggles. So we're just going to go ahead and cut this off here. And hopefully it will fit underneath here, just like that, and then we'll cut another one. It just so happens that we're going across the knot here with both cuts. It's always nice. All right, now that we have these 2 boards here, we're just gonna screw them onto the pedestal up front. The mailbox will fit over the top of them, and we got some screw holes here on the sides that we can use to attach it. There's also screw holes on the inside we can use, so we'll have some flexibility. So we'll put one about there, and then the other one will go like that, and that will be the base for our mailbox. So without further ado, let's screw these onto the mailbox. All right, so we have our 2 boards now we're going to run across the post. I drew a line down the middle, and then 1 3/4 to each side, which gives us 3.5 inches. So we'll be able to line this up with the post, and then just screw this onto the top. Now you probably don't have to drill some pilot holes for these deck screws, but you know, when you have shorter boards like this, they have a tendency to split out easier. So I'm going to just drill a couple holes here. Instead of wishing I had once the board splits out. Oh, I forgot my safety goggles. Here they are, kitties. Alright, so there's one. And we want to see how far we want to mount this from the post. So I want this board to be right about here. So we're going to want that to be about 3 inches from the upright post. And then I want the other one about here so I can catch this hole. So in this case we're going to be about 3 3/4 to 4 inches. So that's you know, where we're going to put these on the post. So let's go ahead and attach them to the post. Okay, so we want this about 3 inches. So that's right at 3 inches. We want to make sure that our lines are lined up with our post. So we're square, right about there, and then we can just screw these in. So looks like it might be a little bit turned when I was putting it in. See, right about there. We'll start driving this one and then we'll keep it from turning. There we go. And the other one we want to put about 4 inches from the first one. So right about there. This is where we want this one to be. This one actually might come out the bottom of our angle here. So I'm actually going to put this one in at an angle. Alright, so there's our support for our mailbox. So I was going to mount the mailbox next, although I think I'm going to pivot a little bit here. I think it'd be a lot easier to stick the letters on the side before putting the mailbox on the post and having to squat down and getting them all right. So I'm going to put the letters on the mailbox first, then mount the mailbox on there. I think that makes more sense. Unfortunately, I don't have the letters here, so that will be a project for tomorrow. So, see you tomorrow. So here we are on day 3 of the mailbox install. Everything always takes longer than you think, right? So, day 1 we got the post in, day 2 we got the platform made for the mailbox. got the mailbox out of the box, and boy, is this thing huge. You know, I didn't really know if it's too big. I mean, the thing is just a monster mailbox. But after I slept on it last night, I'm like, you know, I do like this big mailbox for two reasons. Number one, you know, we'll be able to receive oversized boxes and packages in it without having to go to the post office with a little yellow slip to pick it up when the post office is open. So that's, you know, one big advantage of a big mailbox like this. The other thing that I think is very beneficial is you know, you can kind of use, if you're a business, you can use the side of this as, you know, like a mini billboard. So I'm going to put Harmony Ridge across the top here, and then 2850 McGee Road across the bottom. And I had these leftover letters here, the black with the white background, and I was going to use those. That would look pretty sharp. But then there's no spaces, you know, just plain blank ones. So you end up having, you know, like these words. So you have harmony as a word, and then, you know, it would be white, and then ridge will be over here as a separate word, separated by a, you know, a black box. You know, I would have liked to fill that space in between with, you know, with some white, so it looks all contiguous. Probably more of a nitpick than anything. So I was at the hardware store, and I found these. Just looks like blank pieces of paper, but these are actually just plain white vinyl letters that you'd stick onto like a boat or a mailbox. So I think those will look pretty sharp, you know, across here for Harmony Ridge and McGee 2850. So decided not to mount the mailbox first. Gonna put these letters on, and I think this is kind of an inside job. So it's really hot out here, and that's the other benefit of putting the letters on first, is you can do it inside in air conditioning. You know, we haven't seen Hef the IT guy in a long time, so I think I'm gonna go see if I can find him and ask him to put these letters on. So let's go see if we can find him. I bet he's in the RV. Hef! Hey Hef, I need you. Yeah, what do you want? Can you put these letters on this mailbox for me? I think that'd be a good job for you, since you're sitting in here on your butt in your bathrobe all day long. Maybe you can be useful and do something for once. Yeah, I guess I can do that. Bring the mailbox in. Oh, holy cows. This thing's a monster. Why'd you get such a big one? You out of your mind? Yeah. Whatever. Just let me know when it's done. All right, I'll see what I can do. Penelope's gonna help. I am so glad I went with the white letters. It looks really sharp on the black mailbox, as opposed to the other letters I had, which were a white background with black letters. So I really think that was a good decision, and the white letters. And the other thing too is those white vinyl letters, even though they were kind of a pain to put on, they seem to really stick a lot better than the other ones. Hey Comet! Comet! I'm done! Come check it out! All right, Hef, you're done, huh? Let me take a look. Oh my God, that looks wonderful. Great job. Why, thank you. I think it turned out well myself. Now I can't wait to take the mailbox out to the front and attach it to the mailbox post, the final step in this project. So let's get that done. It should be fairly trivial. Probably the easiest part of the whole project, actually. All right, so hopefully this will fit on here. I haven't tested this yet, but oh, look at that. Like it was made for that. have some screws here. Oh, geez, that's a long reach in there. I don't know how we're going to get the mail out. Seems pretty sturdy to me. I think it's gonna work. I could probably put one across the back here just to sturdy it up a little bit more. Maybe I'll do that. Let's see, I gotta go down about kind of in the middle, I guess. All right, there we go. Oh, one last thing I forgot to mention. There is one more step. I have to go into the post office on Monday and tell them we're ready to receive mail. So that's the final step in this project, and of course I'm not going to video that and put it in the video. So I think you can all figure out how to go to the post office and tell them you got a mailbox now. So there you have it. We completed the mailbox install, and now our guests will be able to find us easier. We have the name on the mailbox, the address, so that will give you visual confirmation you're at the right place when you pull up. And did I mention earlier that we're open for business? So go online at www.harmonyridgerv.com and check us out. You can fill out a form to request a reservation, or you can book through HipCamp and whatever else we have on there. So I will see you in the next video. Of course, like, subscribe, comment, you know, the rigmarole. So, and I'll see you in the next video. Yada yada yada, whatever. Just go. I'll let you know when it's done.